Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video for you. I have never done a video on my YouTube of my story, so I wanted to start there and then share some things that I wish that I would have known before I joined It Works with you, and hopefully that speeds up your success a little bit, even though mine was considerably fast compared to the average person that it takes to get rich or make it big, I guess, with their at-home business. I reached the level of ambassador in less than 2 years with It Works, and that is the highest rank in the company, and over 500,000 annually. It's almost 600,000 actually. And then my husband is the next rank down, and his annual income average is about 200,000. So together we make about almost 800,000, I guess, annually. So I wanted to share how I got started and a little bit about me so that you, I guess, can hear where I came from and a little bit about my background. I grew up in a very small town. I think our sign for our town said 600, but I'm pretty sure there was about 400. It was tiny. I graduated with 17 people. I worked at a small town restaurant. Everyone knew each other. Everyone was pretty much related, that fun stuff. So, and our nearest hospital was 2 hours away. So I was not a very good person in high school. I was kind of a bully. I was really bullied in middle school. And so I ended up transferring schools in middle school, and then I came back to that school in high school. And like people talk about like people like changing over the summer or whatever. Anyways, people were like, oh, she got cute after the summer. So that like made me want to be an asshole for some reason. So I was mean, and I guess it was just bitter. I still to this day like struggle with holding grudges and moving on and letting go and forgiveness. And so that's like something that I'm constantly working on all the time, just as far as like building my own character and trying to be a better leader. But I was not nice. I decided after high school that I wanted to go to Kansas State University. I graduated third in my class, which isn't saying a whole lot since there was only 17, but I thought it was pretty good. And I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an architect. I wanted to be a dentist. I wanted to be a dental hygienist. I wanted to be a yoga instructor. I don't know. I had no idea what I wanted to do, but I just wanted to get out of that town. So I was paying out-of-state tuition, and I quickly knew that I was going to have to get a job because my mom paid for my college, and I had a few grants and scholarships and loans, but the majority of it was loans. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I might sneak out in a minute, but I ended up dropping out. Long story short, I met my husband, and he ended up being deployed to Iraq, and then he came back, and everyone like talks about how like military couples like move really fast, and I was like, I'm never gonna be that girl. Like, I want a big wedding. I want everything that little girls dream of when it comes to getting married. And needless to say, like, none of that ended up happening. My husband came back. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, and he was staying with me in a tiny apartment that had 3 other girls as roommates. He lived out of a suitcase that was under my bed. And I worked at Buffalo Wild Wings. I quit school. I applied for technical school and I got accepted, and so I was like, okay, well, I might try to be a dental hygienist. And then I saw, everyone in my class, or the majority of the people in my class there, were even like so smart. Like in college too, I was like, holy cow, I'm an idiot. So I did finish that semester, but I didn't come back after that. And I ended up getting a DUI in February of 2012, definitely. And then 5 days later, or 10 days later or something, it was on Valentine's Day, my boyfriend proposed to me, which I was really surprised. Like, if somebody's gonna propose to you after that, like, they're definitely a keeper. So he proposed to me. I said yes. I ended up getting pregnant that summer. And then he ended up being stationed in New York when we were in Kansas. And I was in the middle of my last semester at a technical school. So I was pregnant and I stayed by myself. And we ended up paying for 2 places on my waitressing job, career, whatever, and his army money. And I was working like a slave being pregnant. I worked every single day almost, literally from the time they opened at 11 until like 1 or 2 in the morning. As many days as I could work like that, I was working. And then towards the middle of my pregnancy, I started like getting faint whenever I was working, and so they cut my hours down, and we literally couldn't pay for stuff. So we were able to break the lease because he was military and we were being stationed somewhere else. And so he came and got me, and I went to New York with him. I was not very fond of that because it's freezing there, and it was winter. And I ended up having my daughter in April of that next year, and we quickly saw as new parents how having a child will definitely put a dent in your wallet. And by dent, I mean take your wallet, because we could not pay for formula. We were having a hard time paying for diapers. We were used to, living off of ramen noodles and like saving, like we had a budget for like beer and like to go out to eat or whatever. And our like out to eat was Taco Bell. And so that budget was no longer there. Not that I needed a beer, but it wasn't there anymore because we were paying for a kid, and they're not cheap. And so I tried to apply for food stamps and got denied because of my husband's rank in the military. But regardless of rank, you can still suffer like horribly. His truck payment alone was like $600 a month, and then his entire like housing allowance was taken out because we lived on post. So we literally were working with like $200 for 2 weeks. And when you're buying groceries and gas and everything like that, it really sucks. So, our card was getting declined when he was at the store getting groceries, and he was always calling me saying how embarrassing it was. I had a friend who, cut my hair for super cheap. I went the longest time without even cutting my hair at all. I think I had 12-inch split ends, but made my hair thicker. I said, not really. It's disgusting. But yeah, we were just struggling hardcore, and the majority of the world is like this. There's so many people who just like that becomes comfortable for them. It's like getting your card declined when there's people in line behind you is not a big deal to some people. Like, they're totally not surprised, like, that sucks, but put it back, whatever. That is a big deal. That's so embarrassing. And you don't have to live like that. And I wish that I would have found this company sooner. And everyone says that. Everyone's like, I wish that I would have signed with you sooner. So, it's just one of those things, I guess. It's all in God's timing, and when he lets this business fall into your lap, I guess. So my daughter was 3 months old, and we were on vacation, and after quitting school, I applied for a program with the Red Cross, and it was for dental assisting, and it was like crazy hours, and they were like, okay, well, you can have like maternity leave, and then you need to come back and do this, because there was only like so many spots of people that got accepted because it was free, and I was one of those spots. So like, you have an interview, and they were like, are you really serious about it? And I was pregnant. I was like hiding it because I didn't want to be denied because I was pregnant, even though that's illegal. So I got it, and I was really proud of myself. And the whole time I was just like prepping myself up until the point I had her, like I have to just have this maternity leave, and then she's gonna go to daycare. So I had her, and literally the moment that she was thrown onto my chest like a football, I knew that it wasn't gonna happen. I was like, no, I want to be at home. I want to watch her grow up. I don't want to pay someone else to witness those first moments and miss out on so much of that, because there's little for literally, it feels like a minute. Like, she's almost 3 now, and I feel like yesterday I just had her. It's insane. So she was 3 months. I was searching for at-home mom jobs on Facebook. I fell for a scam. I don't know if any of you guys remember this, if anybody else fell victim to this. I'm probably the only not smart one. Anyways, you read articles and then you like answer a question at the end of it, and it's like you can get like $5 or whatever per article that you read. Why somebody would pay you to read stuff, I don't know. But I believed that. I put in my like PayPal information and thought that I was going to get paid. The questions at the end didn't even pertain to the article at all. They would be like 4 + 4. So I'm like, oh, 8. I just got $5. Yeah, and I never got paid, so that was fun. And then I came across an ad for network marketing, and the girl had asked me if I had ever tried a rap before. Well, this is what the article said, because I like to think about how I enrolled, and then I kind of like to try to replicate that. However, I did not know what the company was. The article was, oh my gosh, the like status or whatever in that group on Facebook said, network marketing position, no experience necessary, training included, limited availability, and that's it. I was like, sounds legit. And so I messaged her, or I emailed her, and she emailed me back and said, here's my number, go ahead and text me. So I said, okay. So I texted her. She asked if I had ever tried a rap before, and I said, yes, I had tried one in college. I was a pretty hardcore party girl, so at that point in my life, that was not something that I should have done, because I thought it was going to be like surgery. Like, I was going to wake up and I was going to be skinny and look like Barbie, and that didn't happen. Like, the night that I rapped, I was doing kickstands. So, yeah, needless to say, and I didn't take any pictures or anything, so I did not get desired results. And so I was like, yeah, you know, I tried one, it didn't really work out for me at all. And so she kind of troubleshooted with me why it may or may not have worked, which it didn't, because I was stupid. And I had like 5 chimichangas that day too. And so I had determined that it was my fault, because it was. And so I said, I think I might give it a shot. And she's like, okay, well, it's $99 to sign up. I was like, pump the brakes. It's not happening, girlfriend. And we didn't have an extra $99 at all. So I thought about it for a couple days, and she kept following up with me. So I really have to give her credit for that. And when they say the fortune is in the follow-up, it truly is, because she kept following up with me. Like, how are you doing? You know, if you like save a certain amount of every check, like you can do it then. Whatever. So we were sitting around, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it was scary, and I had no idea what I was doing, and I knew that I had 0 sales experience. I didn't even really care for people because I wasn't a nice person. So I was like, this isn't gonna work, but I need to do something because I don't want to work. And if I do work, then we're probably just gonna break even with childcare anyways. So we had gotten a card for Remy like a while back, and it had $100 in it, so I used that to sign up. And I felt like I robbed my daughter, so I was like, the least I have to do is make that $100 back. And I did. And this is what I wish that I would have known before I joined It Works. I wish that I would have known that I could be a millionaire, because I'm about to be. And I wish that I would have known that this company can completely change you as a person. I was an ugly person. I literally, like, my heart was this color. And I just didn't care for people. I was very selfish, and I think that we all join the company for selfish reasons because we want to get rich overnight and we want to wake up to a glass of mimosa by the bed and $1 million just scattered all over the pillow with rose petals. And I wish that I would have known that it was going to be slow at first, and there was going to be people that I thought were my friend that were going to stop being my friend. And in that moment, it was actually really hard. Like, I took it very personal. And then something clicked before I went Ruby. It took me 6 months to go Ruby, which is an average income of $599 a month. And it took me 6 months to do that. So for 6 months, I mean, it was just kind of like picking away at this and trying to, you know, stay consistent and plant seeds and just keep trucking. And there were moments where I was like, okay, I cannot do this anymore. Like, this sucks. Like, I can't get anybody to sign up. I can't. Like, I have friends and family, like, making fun of me because they think that I'm some big joke now. And I wish that I would have known that none of that matters. That anybody who doesn't support you isn't welcome to be a part of your success story. Those people that I thought were friends who talked bad about me and commented mean stuff on my Facebook, they were not friends. They matched me. That was who I was. And when I joined this company and when I hit Ruby and I saw, you know, someone that I had signed up get off of WIC because of It Works from selling wraps. I saw a mom be able to quit her fast food restaurant job and stay home with her kids because of selling wraps. I saw it save marriages because talking about money is like the #1 most stressful thing that you could do to your marriage or your relationship, and everyone does it because we are slaves to the dollar. And I saw it save relationships. I saw people like come out of the lowest point in their life, and just knowing that it was because I stole from my daughter that one day. Honestly, like it could have happened. My alarm went off to take some pill, so it cut off. Anyways, I saw lives change because I signed up, and they could have signed with somebody else later on, but knowing that I was able to do something for them, it was like an amazing feeling. And it really, like, I remember like seeing people on my team promote, and it was like in tears. And I'm not a crier. I'm not emotional. I'm not. I mean, if you saw me in a crowd, like, people, I don't know, they think I'm intimidating or that I have a hard demeanor, and I don't, but it's just that I'm not emotional. But seeing other people that I signed up, like, promote and their lives change, like, right in front of me was amazing. So here's a secret for you. The key to getting rich in It Works is to care about somebody else more than you care about yourself. I promise you, your checks are going to double, and then they're going to triple, and then they're going to quadruple. So if you're asking me or your upline or the person who enrolled you, whatever, I'm not making enough money with this, stop being selfish. That's all you have to do. And it sounds so hard, but this is like the biggest truth bomb that I could give you because it's real. Care about your team more than you care about your paycheck, and your paycheck will double. Put it on your mother. For real. When I went Ruby, the next month I skipped Ruby and I went Diamond. Sorry, I skipped Emerald and I went Diamond. There we go. And I got a $10,000 bonus. And the next month I went Double Diamond and I got a $15,000 bonus. And then the next month I went Triple Diamond. I think that was a $25,000 bonus. And my husband was the rank down from me, so when I went Double, he was my Diamond. We got his $10,000. When I was Triple, he was my Double. We got his $15,000. And it's because I stopped being selfish. I stopped being that girl who was like, why me? Like, why is everything that can go wrong is going wrong with me? Why can I not pay my bills? Why can't I, the pity party that you give yourself? I stopped doing that. And I said, okay, Cindy Lou Who, You're promoting this month. Are you ready? You know, okay, let me think of another cute name. I think Margaret is kind of cute. Okay, Margaret, we're going to promote. So it's just caring about your team more than you care about your promotion and your paycheck and everything about yourself. It's about other people. This company is literally about other people. And the fact that it's a Christian-based company, even if you have your own beliefs or whatever, it just says a lot about the CEO and the people that are behind the company, because they're caring about something bigger. There's a bigger picture that's behind all of this. There's something bigger than all of us just selling wraps. So, something for you to think about. And if you are one of those people who is struggling with being selfish and wanting your check to skyrocket and to wake up with velvet sheets and something else really cool, a tiger on the bottom of your bed, then you need to reevaluate yourself, quite honestly, because the only way that you're going to make it to the top and stay there with a very solid foundation is to selflessly give to your team. Care about those people that you're signing up. Be in contact with them. Why do they want to succeed? Help them do that. And then I promise your checks are going to increase. So I wish that I would have known that, because even though I did promote in a very fast time, I probably could have promoted a lot quicker. So I hope that you guys have a great Labor Day, and I hope that this hits a special spot in your body and that you can take it home and that it changes your life somehow, because it's seriously the secret. That's all there is to it. So bye.